Tēnā koutou katoa I roto I tēnei pō. Tēnei au a Jay Wilson no te Paipai Wao. Te mei atu nei, tēnā koutou kia ora katoa tātou. Kia ora everybody, Jay Wilson here from te Paipai Wao, connecting to you tonight through a number of platforms. And as I connect to you tonight, the kaupapa, which is a continuation of identity, is going to be focusing in on healing events, and in particular, the role or the place of song in healing events. But firstly, e mihi ana kia tātou, I roto I tēnei pō, e tangi ana ki ngā mate. E koro Toby, kei te rere tonu ngā roimata, ki a koe o tira ki kōrua ko taku uaene, Auntie Gina, e moe kōrua. E moe kōrua, aere atu kōrua ki te iwinoi. Kōrua ki kōrua, o tira koutou ki koutou, ana tātou ngā mauetangi o e me inei e tangi nei, I roto I tēnei pō tēnā koutou. Hoi anō, had a great weekend at the Koroneihana to celebrate the 16th coronation of Kingi Tuheitia. And the role of song in our events, in our huinga, and various kaupapa is really important. So I thought, well, let's talk about healing events, and in particular, the role of song in those healing events. And firstly, waiata is it's a form of vibration which has been used for centuries by our tūpuna and by every culture around the world to take us to another level, and in taking us to another level, help to heal us. And so, yeah, I wanted to acknowledge that first. And as I acknowledge that, I also thought, well, it's a good time to talk about it. And, you know, I was raised in a staunchly Māori Catholic family in Whanganui, and the Whanganui form of Catholicism is French Catholic influence. The Irish came later. But that then created with our own style of karakia, because Whanganui is quite well known for the speed at which we chant. And that created a specific type of karalu, a specific type of chanting style. And so that chanting style and waiata not only help to mesmerize and take you to a completely different place, but help to elevate and then help to heal. And I know going to a whole range of different healing sessions as a child where I would see different people being healed. There was not only the chanting of karakia, but there were always waiata around. And both of them are used because of vibration and the importance of vibration and how vibration can help open the doors to te ao wairua. In addition, can help both the person who's being healed and those that are healing. And it consolidates the energy in the room. And so I talked about during Reo trauma and marae trauma, I talked about the importance of holding events to help heal. And what I'd encourage is if you do have any of these events, make sure you have a little song. And it doesn't need to be chants. It's just make sure you have a lot of song. And whether that's himene or party songs or whatever, make sure you have a lot of song. If you're going to sing party songs, just to remember it's a healing event and don't mix that with alcohol or other drugs that can then tip the kaupapa to another path, which wasn't the intention of the kaupapa. Because, you can do that at other times. But I just wanted to share a couple of examples. And so most tahi will do the Lord's Prayer, and will do it in your own timing and in your own beat. But this is the example that we were taught. So this is how we still do it. And so the e tō mātou will go at this. E tō mātou mātou te rangi au ka tapu tō e ngā tuka mai tau rangatira rangi au ka rite atau e tō e noa pēnei mei te rangi o mai kia mātou ai anei tō mātou te ro ngāra. And it carries on. So you can hear that there's a certain rhythm, and that it's probably a lot faster than most of the others. But when you do that, coupled with all of the others, and it's a bit like the ringatu, that their pace is different. But the ringatu and the pai Māori there, it goes to another level of consciousness. It takes you to another level of consciousness. And it's no different to a pātere o karakia tawhito. And what it does is it takes you, hi mum, it takes you to that level to heal. And some might think that a chink song or a himene doesn't. But when the whole group is focused in on the kaupapa, and let's say it's about helping us heal our trauma, when everybody's clear on that kaupapa, you then sing from a different place in your body. And as you sing from that different place in your body, it then helps to also open doors to allow te ao wairua to be present and for you to sit with divinity. Sit hand in hand with it. And which is why I say don't worry about whether it's a chant or a chink or a himene type, because if it's kia waiata tōku ngā kau, kia waiata tonu, because yes, that's the word, transcendental. It helps transcend you to another level. And what it does is ka kake ake ki ngā rangi, pērā kia tāwaki, pērā kia tāne. So I just wanted to make that point first. And as a child, when I was there and even as an adult, going to different healing sessions to support people, to be part of the healing, whatever, you'll find that many healers, many matakite, many romi people, etc., will all use waiata because it helps to take you to that place and helps to transcend. The other kaupapa I want to talk about in connection to waiata is in the weekend at the Koroneihana, there's something special about singing anthems, singing the waiata that are really well known from your tribe. And when you see those tribes stand and sing those anthems, there's something special about it. And not only does it take those performing it to another place, but it takes those who are watching and then receiving the wairua from it to another place as well. And I must say, this year's Koroneihana, granted it's been a couple of few years since we were last together, and because of us being away for such a long time, being together was just beautiful. But hearing those anthems from the different groups that stood to perform, and then seeing the different generations perform, takes us to another place. And so I just want to encourage us to keep using waiata, not just as a habitual practice, somebody's spoken, so better sing a waiata, but to be open to the vibe of the meeting, the vibe of the hui, the vibe of the wānanga, wherever you're at, being open to that vibe, so that you know, oh, well, actually, the vibe's saying sing another waiata, rather than, oh, no, convention says, oh, no, that person's done their speech, you only sing one waiata. And I'm not saying change your tikanga, no. But what I am saying is feel and listen, not with your ears, but listen with all of your rongo, so that you know, actually, we need another waiata. And the more that you're open to that, the more it can take you to another place. Because if we think about the last two sessions where I've got a massive amount of feedback on trauma, another part of trauma is it zombifies us. And so you've got all these zombies walking around. And what waiata can do, especially in moments like the weekend, it can pull us out of that zombification to invoke who we really are. And so I just wanted to share that because I've been thinking since the Koroneihana finished how beautiful it was, but more importantly, the place it took me and the joy I got from going to that place because of the healing powers of waiata. And yep, I love to sing too, so, you know, I'll be right in there. But I'm just mindful from the feedback that's been sent to me on trauma that we've got to start thinking about what are the different, what can we do to complement the different events that we have, and where do we put waiata into those, and a whole range of waiata. And if you're from a place where it's strong, then they're just going to do it. You know, like we can sing 100 waiata and we haven't run out. My mum's watching and she's usually on the guitar and she's in her 80s and she'll be playing till her hand falls off. But where you're not, then here's some tips. Create a songbook and go online, because online you'll find most, okay, you've got to sometimes check the words, but create your own songbook. Create your own song list or playlist. And because there's a lot of the waiata that are on Spotify or whatever else. And so don't be whakamā that you might not know all of the songs or might not have a guitarist. Do it another way. I can't play the guitar. Can't play any instrument except for the spoons. But, you know, use other ways that are going to help us heal. Because the most important thing is it takes us to that beautiful place. So katiake, just looking at a few of these points. Yes. There's a point there about using different instruments. And yet, whether that's the clarinet, the saxophone, it's all music. Use it to help you heal. And I know when I close a coffin, and at home we close ours in the night, not in the morning, I'll be watching, we'll do our karakia, we'll close, and then finish off the karakia, and then one mihi to send the wairua on its journey, and to hiki, start the hiki process to bring the whānau pani back into te ao marama. And then we'll sing waiataringa. And I'll keep going until I've seen a physical change in the āhua o the whānau pani. And so if we've got to sing 6 waiataringa or 6 songs, I'll do that. And it helps if you've got the guitarist and the people up at the thing to do it. When you don't have as many, then you've got to then improvise. And another way to improvise is you sing all your miserable songs, dirges and sad songs and all of that. And then you switch the energy by doing a ngiri, not a haka, but a ngiri. Because then that just gets all of that pōri out and helps move the energy. So that's what you're looking for, is you're looking for something that can help move the energy. And if it moves the energy, it takes you to a better place. That's enough for tonight. E me I kaua tu ana kia koe o tiraki, koutou katoa I roto I tēnei pō. Yes, create rituals that work for you. Tēnei e me I atu ana I roto I tēnei pō mārire, rire hau. Pai mārire.